Hello, this is Brandy Wenzel from afterthoughtsblog.net, and this is part of my planning series. And so today we're going to talk about filling in the weekly templates that I showed you how to make earlier in the series. So here is the weekly template that I created for my youngest. He's in year 1 of Ambleside Online. And so see how these are blank and they just have areas that I need to plug in. So now we're going to move to a different document. So I start a new document. And I've already cut and pasted the matrix in here. I added the date. And so what I'm going to do actually is eventually there will be tabs across the bottom that go all the way from week 1 to week 36. Now, do we actually do 36 weeks of school at my house? No, we don't. Around Memorial Day, I usually give my children a list of what's left to do and I let them finish it up. And I am okay with not finishing all books if for some reason that seems like the best decision. They still have to do math every day during that process. They still have to narrate every reading. It's just basically if they want to do a little bit more in one day, I allow that. And they're pretty much in charge of that. They can only do the books that they can read on their own. And it really, that has been very effective for me. We end on a good note and we end with them really super motivated. And I know they're motivated to finish their list, but I get great narrations and that kind of thing. So anyway, and like I said, we don't necessarily finish all books all of the time, that kind of thing. But generally, we get everything finished. All right, so anyway, but I don't worry about that at this stage. So I know that sometime I'm going to say, maybe at week 33 or 34, I'm going to make this list. But the list will just be made from the weeks that are left. So I still schedule out 36 weeks because there is a chance I will want to do 36 weeks. And every year doesn't have to be the same. So you know, I'm going to take some of these off so that we can see a little bit better. No, not grid lines, headings maybe. There we go. I think that might help us to see a little bit better if I take some of this off. Okay, so I'm working from then a Word document. So what I did was I went onto the Ambleside website and, you know, in there when you click on the year, so you click on year 1, let's say, you know, there's the book list, the simplified book, blah, 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 and then there's a weekly schedule. So I clicked on the weekly schedule and what I did here, I took the one that was just on the website, not the PDF download. So then I cut and pasted it into this document. So I can work from here and know what I'm doing. All right, so we're just going to do week 1. I'm just going to show you what I do for week 1. Okay, so the first thing I do is I actually delete all this Bible stuff. I'll tell you why. Because with my year 1 student, just does Bible and circle time with the rest of us. I don't have the children doing their own Bible lessons until they are old enough to be reading on their own, and this child is not literate enough for this activity. I use the Ambleside Bible assignments to help them build a habit of daily Bible reading because we do actual Bible lessons during circle time. So with that said, I just delete this because that's something we're not going to do. So this is my first real assignment. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut this out. So that was, for me, that was Control X. And then I'm going to go here. I guess I can get rid of this now and then go here. All right. And so then here we have, I just need to make this a reading. So I go in here. I don't want to delete. I don't just cover the whole thing because I don't want to delete the time I have there because that's supposed to remind me how long things take. And so I just paste that in. So on that Monday, we're going to do chapter 1 of Island Story. And I go through again and okay, so then another thing we're doing that week is 50 Famous Stories Retold. I'll cut that. Paste it over here in a different day. And then I will see, it's hard for me to remember where I'm going back and forth from. Let's see. Okay, Parables of Nature. I'm going to do another scandalous thing and delete that because I actually do parables of nature in circle time, and all the kids just do one reading together. So I don't worry about a schedule for that. We just read through it. Aesop's Fables. I always say it wrong. Someone gave me a hard time about that recently. I think as a little kid, I said Aesop, and so to this day, I say Aesop. Okay, Aesop's Fables. We're going to cut that and put it here. And for the record, that is not going to take 30 minutes, but that's fine. And then there's another fable. So we're going to go here. I'm going to put that here because I know the next thing I'm going to do is the rest of it. So here we're going to take Tortoise and Ducks. We'll just put that right there. And then I'll come here and I'll delete this part that's left because I don't need all of that. Okay, Just So Stories, Whale. Pretty sure that usually takes me more than one day to do that one. So we're going to go here. And I'm going to do this, and I'm going to say 1 of 2. I'll go here and I'll say 2 of 2. And that just reminds me that I'm going to want to cut it in half so it doesn't take quite so long. Because that's kind of a long reading for someone who's still learning to narrate. All right. And then I'm going to skip here. Paddle to the Sea, Chapter 1. Yeah, we would do that all in one sitting probably. I'll just leave this. We can finish that. So if Paddle to the Sea, if it seems like chapter 1 is too long for him to do all in one sitting, then I will stop in the middle and finish up on that Thursday where we have the other geography section. All right, let's see here. And are we doing poetry, or was poetry in circle time? You know, I really actually do want to do Child's Garden of Verses with him. And if I did circle time readings, that wouldn't happen. So I'm going to go like this. And we'll go here and I'll just add that in. All right, and so then we have these, and I need to figure out what I'm going to do because I believe I'm combining my girls for science. So I just don't have anything here. Maybe I look and see. Oh, it's because Burgess Bird Book isn't assigned that week. Okay, so since Burgess Bird Book is going to be our 10 minutes a day of reading, but it's just not assigned that week, then I am just, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. See, this is the thing. When I take these away, then I can't see what I need sometimes. All right, so I am just going to cut that for this week because I know that it's assigned next week. And it's just we're having a light week, and that's fine. All right. So I put this in. And then here, okay, so these geography concepts, this is what we're supposed to teach this for the whole term. This is what we're supposed to focus on. The world is round. We do left, right, front, back, behind, that kind of thing. I actually don't put this on my schedule because this is a part of a number of things. It's covered in our math curriculum. It's covered in some things that I just do during things like nature study with my kids. It's actually covered a little bit in drill time because they have to follow directions with left and right and front and back and that kind of thing. So I'm not going to worry about that. And so that's week 1. We plugged it in. All right. And so here's the thing. When I'm done with this and I have all 36 weeks in here, I do not print all of that out. Okay. I do all of this in advance because it saves me a lot of time, a lot of time. but I don't print it all out because things will happen and I will have to make some changes. We won't get something done. We'll have doctor appointments on a different day, whatever. I will move things around before I print. So every Sunday or Saturday, I will spend, 15, excuse me, 20 minutes just making sure that I've gotten all of this correct for what I actually want to look like for that week. And so, I might start adding things also. Like right now, he does not have any math facts practice in here. But it could be that by the end of year one, I'm going to want to add that in. So I will. So anyway, I think that's all I have to say about that. And I think you all remember that this is my day for Enrichment Friday. And so really what I usually add here is some little fun sign that says Enrichment Friday. And it might say what we're doing if there's anything particularly special on that day. But that's the day that we're doing science experiments, or I'm doing Plutarch with my older kids. We do some of the riches on that day. So we might do artist study that day or composer study that day. It just kind of varies. So anyway, but that day is kind of set aside as other for school. So in here, I'll just make an announcement because they enjoy that. They think that's fun. All right, and I think that's all that I have to do here. Yeah, it is. All right, so that was your one. If you have any questions, you can always ask in the comments of this blog post, and I will do my best to answer them. Ooh, that was scary. So anyway, yeah, that's about it. And I will be making videos to go with the rest of the years also. I'm trying to decide if we really want me to do a video for every single year. Maybe what I will do is do this one and then year 7, just because year 7's a little bit more complicated. I think that's what I'll do. All right, so anyway, have a great day. It's been Brandy from afterthoughtsblog.net.